It was a dark and stormy night when Emma and her friends decided to explore the abandoned house on the outskirts of town. The house had been vacant for years and was said to be haunted by the ghosts of its former residents. As they approached the house, they noticed that the front door was slightly ajar. They hesitated for a moment, but their curiosity got the best of them and they decided to enter the house. The inside of the house was cold and damp, and the air was filled with an eerie silence. They explored the first floor of the house, but found nothing out of the ordinary. As they made their way to the second floor, they heard strange noises coming from one of the bedrooms. They cautiously approached the room and pushed open the door. Inside, they saw a ghostly figure standing in the corner of the room. The figure was dressed in old-fashioned clothing and had a pale, ghostly complexion. Emma and her friends were terrified and tried to run out of the room, but the door slammed shut behind them. They were trapped inside the haunted room with the ghostly figure. As they looked around the room, they noticed that the walls were covered in strange symbols and markings. They realized that the house had been used for occult practices, and that they had stumbled upon a dark and dangerous ritual. The ghostly figure began to move towards them, and they could feel its cold breath on their faces. They screamed in terror as they tried to escape, but the door remained locked. Suddenly, the room began to shake and the walls started to crumble. Emma and her friends were thrown to the ground as the room collapsed around them. When they woke up, they found themselves outside the house, lying in the mud. They looked back at the house and saw that it had disappeared, as if it had never been there. Emma and her friends never spoke of the haunted house again, but they knew that the memory of that terrifying night would stay with them forever.